Jayam Mishnapad Paraman Sarvabhajagajaya Satyasara Shri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Swami Shri Prabhupada Ki Jai. All glories to the some devotees. All glories to the some devotees. Glories to the some devotees. Glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga. Mukam karati vacharam vangam lankatekarim yakipam tamam vande Shri Guru dinacharya. Om Jnana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshuvinitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. What's that? Oh. Okay, it's good. All right. I'd like to welcome you to the second and last day of our seminar on Bhagavad-gita at a glance. Today we will discuss chapters 10 through 18. Finish the whole Gita today. So we'll start here. We got chapter 10, part 1. And Krishna is the origin, is the title of this section. He's the origin of all the demigods, sages, and everybody. And to understand him, there are many qualities, many good qualities that you need to have to understand Krishna. I'm going to read verse 9. My surrendered, pure devotees always think of me. Their happiness is always to converse about me. So this is the Chaturshloki. There's 4 seed verses of Bhagavad-gita. And these 4 seed verses are the essence of Gita, and they describe Sambandha Videya Prayojan, or relationship with Krishna. That's knowledge here, how he's the creator. And if you know that, then you're going to worship him in devotional service. And here, the 6 Goswamis are happily discussing about Krishna. And Tushanti Charamanti Cha, they're happy and they're satisfied. So when you discuss about Krishna, you get happy and satisfied. And Krishna comes with a torchlight in your heart, and he gives you knowledge of who you are and what is your relationship with him, and you get prema. So we're going now part 2. These are some of the opulence. Arjuna says, I don't get tired of hearing about you. So here we have the nectar flowing from Krishna's lotus mouth to Arjuna. And he wants to hear more. And Krishna says, okay, I'll tell you about my opulence. Krishna's opulence is, I'm the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, I'm Om, I'm the Himalayas, Garuda, sun and moon. So many things. Lord Shiva also. A special horse, a special elephant, and of course the Kamaduk cow. So this is Krishna, he has all these opulences. I'm going to read verse 25 about his opulences. Let's see. Of vibrations I am Om, of sages Brigu, of great fame. I am immovable Himalayas, I am chanting the holy name. So that's right here, and this pedal here. Yeah, Krishna. When we chant, it's Krishna, of course. And then more opulences here. This is part 3. I'm the wind of purifiers, I'm the wind, and I'm Brahma, I'm immortality and death personified. And these are all, I am the sun, I am the lion of animals. So these are all opulences. I am of snakes, I am Ananta. And then on this side is about all-pervading super soul. He's in everyone's heart. And these opulences are just a small part of his real splendor. So we go to chapter 11, universal form. The universal form, yes. We were talking about that this morning, universal form. So Arjuna wants to see it. Here he's asking. So Krishna says, okay, I will give you divine eyes. So because you can't see the universal form unless you have divine eyes, special eyes. And then, so now we are in chapter 11, part 1. The second section here, Arjuna's vision. He's seeing, oh my God, look at all the faces, look at all the arms, look at all the helmets, look at all the planets everywhere. It's a bit overwhelming. And so I'm going to read verse 13 of this chapter. Arjuna could see the whole universe in one place, though divided into thousands within universal space. So, whole universe. Just imagine seeing the whole universe all at once. And that's what Arjuna saw in this universal form. So part 2, we have divine effulgence here. There's a blazing, this universal form. And his mouth, fire's coming out of his mouth. Then all the soldiers are going quickly into his mouth. They're going very fast. Into his mouth, which are blazing, blazing, blazing. So Arjuna's bewildered over here. Now look at, this is very scary. All these soldiers are going and being chewed by his teeth, according to Prabhupada. In the purport, he's chewing all these soldiers like a meal. It's not a very good, not for us. So no one escapes death, of course, and that we do here in this chapter of Bhagavad-gita. I read verse 29. All people madly rush into your mouth, a blazing pyre, as moths will quickly fly into a blazing fire. And so that's what's happening here. And it's very fearful to see. And so Arjuna, and here he's asking, who are you? I want to know, who are you? Who is this person who's got all these blazing mouths? So Krishna's answer is time. Time I am. And I have destroyed all your enemies. You can just be an instrument. So here we see only the 5 Pandavas are going to be surviving this battle. Everyone else will die. Everyone else will die. So that is, yes, that's Krishna's instruction. You just be an instrument. I already killed everyone, and you just have to be an instrument in the fight. Just be my instrument. And that's what we have to do too, be Krishna's instrument. Be Krishna's instrument in the fight. There is a battle that we are fighting against Maya. So we have to be the instrument, and Arjuna is saying so many nice, beautiful prayers here about Krishna. And he's saying, please excuse me, I know I must have made many offenses to you in the past, just because I didn't know you were a god. And so he's begging forgiveness here in this part. I'll read verse 41 and 42. Though we've eaten together, and I've called you Krishna, my friend, please forgive all my offenses I've committed without end. He was remembering his friendly behavior with Krishna, and he's saying, I didn't realize who you were. Sorry. But he couldn't forget his friendly relationship, even though he's seeing all this heavy-duty fire coming out of his mouth and people dying, and he's eating the people. He's remembering, oh no, I know. We were acting as friends before. Really, I didn't know you could do this. So he can't forget his friendly relationship with Krishna. And at the end, what happens here, we've got more prayers over here, and he's saying, I just want to see your peaceful form, 4 arms. And then after the 4 arms, he asked to see the 2-arm form, which he's more familiar with. Arjuna was playing with with Krishna and so many things. So he did ask to see that 2-arm form, and Krishna did show it to him. Here is my 2-arm form. Yes, that's Krishna, Shyam Sundar. So that's Krishna's supreme form, and he explained you can be known only by pure devotional service. So I'll read verse 55 of this chapter. My pure devotee, free from sinful activity, a friend to every entity will surely come to me. So yes, we must do devotional service to Krishna, and we will certainly go. And that's how you can know Krishna, by serving him. That's the way to know Krishna. So chapter 12. 12, well, part 4, yes, we did this. Now we're on chapter 12. Yes. Bhakti, again, Arjuna is a bit confused, as he was yesterday. He's saying, which is better, impersonalism or bhakti? That's his question in the beginning here. And so Krishna is saying, no, of course, bhakti is the best. You should chant Hare Krishna. And then, and one who is a devotee very soon will come to me. So I'll read that verse 6-7. For one devoted to me without deviation, I deliver him swiftly on the path of liberation. So Krishna is up there, and he's pulling us from the top. But who's pushing us here from the bottom? Panchatattva. We got Panchatattva pushing us here, because that's the merciful incarnation of Lord Chaitanya, Nityananda. They are on our side, and they're going to push us up to Krishna. And that's why we chant Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaur Bhaktivinoda. Because Lord Chaitanya said, I came here to give you the medicine. I'm your best friend, and you should accept me like that. And I came here to give you the medicine of the whole, and here we have the medicine, Hare Krishna Mahamantra. That's our medicine. And when we get more advanced, it will be not medicine anymore. It will be very sweet and tasty. And we will taste Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Not only prasadam. There's two things the tongue must taste. One is prasadam, and the other is Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And so 2 purposes of the tongue, to taste 2 wonderful things. So now in the second section here, progressive stages of devotion, we've got here the varnashram. So you got to start with karma yoga, jnana yoga, ashtanga yoga, finally bhakti after many births, millions and billions. But so Prabhupada compares this to climbing up to the top of a 100-story building step by step. But we got the elevator over here.
Jaya Radhe Krishna Jaya Visa Bhanu Jaya Ritika Sundari Jaya Visa Bhanu Jaya Jaya Kritika Sundari Jaya Jaya Paurnamasi Abhiranagari Jaya Vricha Bhanu Jaya Jaya Vricha Bhanu Jaya Kritika Sundari Jaya Jaya Paurnamasi Jaya Abhiranagari Jaya Jaya Gopishara Vrindavana Mang Jaya Jaya Gopishara Vrindavana Mang Jaya Jaya Krishna Sakha Batu Ram Jaya Jaya Gopishara Avanaman Jaya Jaya Krishna Sakha Batu Ram Jaya Jaya Gopishara Billa Manama Jaya Jaya Dijana Batu Dija Ram. Jaya Rama Bhata Jaya Rahini Nandan. Jaya Rama Bhata Jaya Rahini Nandan. Jaya Jaya Vrindavana Basi Hida.
And the people too, and I know my friend, she was there doing food distribution, and there was no electricity and there was no water, and somehow they were doing it. And I think in Ukraine now that's happening too. The devotees, there's always a picture of one old swimming pool, and they're down in the swimming pool with no water in there, of course. And they're doing cooking and doing food distribution during the war. They're feeding thousands of people in Ukraine at the moment. Food for life. It's going on. It's happening right now. So these devotees are very dear to Krishna. Chapter 13, Nature, Enjoyer, and Consciousness. So the first part here is Kshetra and Kshetragya, the body and the knower of the body. So here's all the senses. This is what the body is made of. And then, but the knower of the body is different. The soul and the super soul together, they are the knowers. They are the Kshetragya. And then we have the process of knowledge here. Step by step, it starts with humility and pridelessness. These are verses 8 to 12. And it's telling all the different, the process of knowledge. Of course, approaching the guru is there. And then search for self-realization. These are all parts of that process. And then the third section, that's chapter 12. Object of knowledge. Object of knowledge, and that's the soul and super soul. That is the object of knowledge. Isn't that nice? So, Brahman, the spirit, is the knowledge, and its basis is the super soul. So we're going to go to the next one. This is chapter 13, part 2, Prakriti and Purusha. Prakriti is the material nature, and Purusha is the enjoyer. So the Prakriti, material nature, causes all the material activities. That's over here. Here she is, and she's helping one in their material life. Now, Purusha is actually the soul and the super soul. But unfortunately, we come in this world, we're getting controlled by the modes of nature. I'll read verse 22. Living entities follow the path of life in material nature association, thus meeting good and evil species in eternal transmigration. So that's happening over here. Here we are, different species of life. You can go beyond death by reading the Vedas. It helps. Chanting and hearing about Krishna. But some people, there's different paths. There's the Jnani, there's the Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga. This is a yogi. These are different paths. But actually, not everyone, you can't follow these paths now in Kali Yuga. So, Prabhupada says, but some people, just by hearing, they can go back to Godhead. So here's a Harinam party, and they're making sure everyone is hearing the holy name of Krishna. And that's enough for them to go back to Godhead. There is a story about one person who was taken by the Yamadutas to Yamaraj, and Yamaraj was, they were saying, oh, he did all these bad, he's very sinful. And Yamaraj said, any good thing he did in this life? And they said, yeah, he waved to the Harinam party. So all of the group was going, oh. And then he asked, how many times did he wave? 4 or 5 times. Oh, okay, go back. What if I send you back? What are you going to do? I'll be a Hare Krishna devotee. A true story about someone who had a near-death experience and did come back to become a devotee of Krishna. There are many such stories. That's one. So yeah, just by hearing, just Harinam is very, very powerful. And someone hears, somebody waves, they got it, Yamaraj is going to be happy about them. So here, vision of knowledge. Oh, I can tell you another story too. About, 3 years ago, 2.5, in India, at the holy place of Tirupati. It was December, it was during the book marathon. So this man, one man died, and then he was being carried on the stretcher. And then all of a sudden he jumped off and started running. And the Indians were saying, it's a ghost, boot. And he said, no, it's me, I'm back. And they said, what happened? He said, the Yamadutas took me to Yamaraj. And Yamaraj said, you got the wrong man. So they sent me back, and the Yamadutas said to me, just when they dropped me, they said, if you don't want to see us again, go to ISKCON and get Bhagavad-gita as it is. So he was running to ISKCON to get Gita, and he got the Gita and he started crying, I won't see Yamadutas again. True story. Headlines in ISKCON came, Yamadutas help in the book marathon. So, there we go. These things happen. The whole universe is with us, with the Harinam, with the book distribution. And so if you're a book distributor, all glories to you. Yamaraj is with you. Yamadutas are with you. Now the last part here is vision of knowledge, seeing the soul and supersoul in all creatures. And I'm going to read verse 32. The soul is transcendental. That's the vision of eternity. Despite being a material nature, it has no material affinity. Right. So we have to remember that we are eternal spirit souls. And everyone is eternal spirit soul. So we're going to chapter 14, the modes of material nature. Krishna is the Father here. He's the Father. As we said this morning, he glances at Durga and sends all of us, where he's the Father of the soul. He sends the seeds of the souls into Durga's womb. Actually, Lord Shiva carries them and he consorts with Durga, and here she is giving us different bodies. And he's the Father. And so he says, yes, I'm the Father of all living entities, not just the humans, but all living entities. And so then here, let's see, the middle one here is conditioning of the modes. So goodness conditions 1 to knowledge, here he is. And passion, it conditions you to the fruits of action. There we got a baby. And ignorance conditions you to madness, laziness, and sleep. Here he is, and the devil is waiting for him. So then we have characteristics of the modes. Goodness illuminates 1. Here he is, offering to the Ganges, perhaps. And passion, you're fighting, you like to fight. Increases attachment, activity, and desires. Ignorance increases madness, illusion, and inertia. So then, yes, we go here to the next one. We got results of the modes. You go to different places. Ignorance, you go to hell. Passion, you become human being. And goodness, you go to the heavenly planets. So these are the modes of nature. Results. I'm going to read verse 18, which is about where you're going to go. Those in goodness go to heaven, those in ignorance go to hell, while those in mode of passion on earthly planets dwell. So we saw that over here. And then now we have transcending the modes. Now how to transcend the modes here. He's worshiping deities. Two pictures, they're worshiping the deities. And And if you do undeviating devotional service, then you can transcend the modes of nature. Here he is. All the modes, all the ropes of the modes are being cut, and he is free, and he's going to go to Krishna. Krishna, who is the basis of Brahman. So let's see, I'm read verse 26. When engaging in devotion without deviation transcends the modes of nature, attains Brahman situation. Okay, so now we're going to chapter 15, which is the banyan tree. It's based on desire. The real tree is here in Goloka, and this is a reflection in this world. Here we are in the different branches of that tree, humans, demigods, a little higher, and then the animals at the bottom. And you have to cut it out with a weapon of detachment, Krishna says. And then here's about transmigration, going to, the mind is kind of crazy. Here we see the mind right here. He's looking very fearful. So we're being controlled by the mind, unfortunately, and trying to fight, but we're losing the struggle for existence. And you cannot see the soul, but it's happening. You're going one body to the other. Here a person is eating like a tiger and becoming a tiger. And here he's going, the mind carries you from one body to another. So I'm going to read verse 8. From body to body brought by conceptions of his mind, the conditioned soul wanders as aromas in air refined. So that's aromas. One flower to the other. One body, here's Bharat becoming a deer, unfortunately. Krishna as maintainer over here. Here's all the super soul and all the planets. Here's the moon giving juice and life to the vegetables. And here is the super soul giving knowledge, remembrance, forgetfulness. That's over here, actually. And then the middle part is, I'm going to read verse 12 first. Before we go there, let's see. From me comes the sun, which turns darkness into light. And from me comes the fire and the bright moonlight. So here, that's this verse here. Sun, moon, and bright moon light. And now over here, we have, let's see, what verse is that? Well, this is about Vedanta, summary of Vedanta Sutra, Sambandhabhidaya Prayojan. Yeah, so we have to have knowledge of Krishna here, as super soul, as the creator of all the planets, as super soul, and then, of course, as the Supreme Personality of Godhead in Goloka, Vrindavan. And if you know Krishna, you will know everything. That's the summary here. Now we're going to chapter 16, which is divine and demoniac natures. Now, first, of course, Krishna talks about the divine qualities here, and all the varnas, all the ashramas have different qualities and varnas. And then now the demoniac qualities, here you see what's going on here. This is actually an atomic bomb here, not a tree. This is an atomic bomb, which is the scientists have, they know how to kill people, but they cannot stop you from death. They can kill you, but they can't make you live, really. They can't. That they're not very good at. So let's see, demoniac qualities. They say this world's unreal. In God they do not trust. The world's produce a sex desire and has no cause but lust. So that's what they think. It's lust. That's what makes the world go round. But they call it love. They don't call it lust. It is love. But actually, it's true in the spiritual world. Everything based on love. And here we're trying to find that, but very, very difficult to find. It's not possible, like water in the desert. So now we're going to see part 2, demoniac nature here. Here's a thief stealing. And here there's, bad people. They're angry with the Harinam party. And here's a guy who thinks he's God, and he's got money, he's got women, he's got servants. So they do sacrifice in name only. And then what happens to them is over here. So demonic nature, let me see, I'll read verse 10. I think I read that already. No, I didn't. Verse 10. Where's verse 10? Oh, here. Obsessed with lust, pride, false prestige to increase their enjoyment. They work so hard at horrible jobs attracted by the impermanent. Where somebody's working hard over here. Anyway, I guess it's the gambling. Yes, that's their job. Breaking the rigor of principles. And so yes, so now what happens to these people? They become spiders, scorpions, snakes, unfortunately. Not a good way to go. Results of demonic activities. So that's the result over here. Here's a devotee. He's going up to Krishna, but there's 3 gates of hell: lust, anger, and greed. He's not going there. We don't go there. And I'll read verse 21. The 3 gates to hell, lust, anger, and greed, should be shunned by all sane men. To degradation of soul they lead. So we go to chapter 17, divisions of faith. So here we have worship in the modes. He's worshiping a ghost over here. And funny ghost, yeah. And then this one is worshiping some politician or athlete. It doesn't look like an athlete. And that's who movie star, could be, or some rock star. And that's, of course, he'll come back here. And then worshiping the demigods, go to the demigods. Food in the modes. Here is a nice devotee having milk and fruits. And in passion, a lot of chili and salt. And then ignorance, meat, fish, and eggs, and alcohol. So these are food in the modes. And then we have, what else? Oh, I'm going to read verse 9. Bitter foods, sour, salty, hot, will passionate people please. Such pungent, dry foods surely cause pain, distress, and disease. So that's what's going to happen to this guy here. Pain, distress, and disease. Foods in the mode of passion. So then, sacrifice in the modes is over here. Here's this, of course, devotional. These guys are transcendental. And this one's worshiping a demigod. Okay, mode of goodness. And this ignorance worshiping Kali. And he's sacrificing his human sacrifice, so not good. Not good. We don't do that. Hopefully nobody does that right now. So austerity in the mode, austerity of the body, worshiping the Guru, and austerity of the mind, studying Vedas, and austerity. There's all kinds of austerity. Goodness, passion, and ignorance. Charity in the modes. Here he's giving to the temple, and in passion, the demigods, and then ignorance to the beggars. Of course, you can always give them to prasadam. That's okay. And the last part is about Om Tat Sat. All the sacrifice, charity, austerities, you're supposed to chant Om Tat Sat. So I'll read verse 23. If I can find it. There we go. Chanting Om Tat Sat from beginning of creation, Brahmanas perform sacrifices for Lord Krishna's satisfaction. There we go. Krishna likes Om Tat Sat. And that's why they did it. So now we're going to chapter 18, the last chapter of Bhagavad-gita, which has 6 pictures. It's a big one. So it starts with Karma Yoga. Of course, here's the devotee planting a tree for Krishna, and here's a guy who's thinking of money. So they go different consciousness. Karma Yoga means it's for Krishna. And here we have the whole family worshiping the deities, Gornitai. So, yes, Arjuna is again asking the same question, and Krishna says it's better to work as a devotee. Jnana Yoga, in the second part here, there's 5 factors of action, and that's the place, the senses, performer, supersoul, and the endeavor. That's here. So yes, that is very nice. Part 2, knowledge in the modes. So, in the mode of goodness, you see the soul in everyone's heart. In the mode of passion, you see the different bodies. He's this, she's that. And mode of ignorance, you don't see anything except the TV. And you don't know what's the truth, really. You're just like what they call that, a couch potato. That's the old word. I don't know if they still use it. But they just sit there with their junk food, and he's embracing his dog. Yeah. So there you go. Man's best friend. So then action in the modes. Action. Oops, I'm still in 17. Let me catch up with you. Here. Action in the modes. Yeah. Let me get my place here. Action in the modes. Mode of goodness, you perform action out of duty. Here's a mother. Her duty is to make her child Krishna conscious. And in passion, now this is, you can tell, you see this is dated. You can tell when this picture was drawn. They used to have these huge, big computers like that. It was big. And now, of course, we have graduated to our very thin, what I have here, our laptops. That was the desk. They only had the desk ones then. This was many, many years ago. But he's working late at night, mode of passion here. And mode of ignorance, here's a snake charmer. This is a true story. Devotee lady was out there distributing books, but she took the snake charmer's place. And he sent a snake, and the snake bit her. And then she didn't die, but her legs swelled up. And she went to the next village, and she saw another snake charmer, and he chanted some mantras and took all the poison out. So that happens in India. Worker in the modes. Yes. Worker in the modes. Yes, that's this last one. Here, performer in the modes. There we have the ignorance, passion, and goodness. He's trying to distribute books. So now, the next, part 3, understanding in the modes. Here's a Sahajya, this is mode of ignorance. He's a cheater. Saying he's Christian, he's got the peacock feather in his hat. And they're believing him, foolish ladies. Don't do that when you go to Vrindavan. Here's a guy in passion, eating meat, feeding his dog under the table. Thank goodness somebody's reading Bhagavad-gita like we are. And they want to go to Krishna. They want to go to Krishna. And so now, determination in the modes. Here's a boy, the whole family's against him, but he's determined to chant. It's really goodness or transcendental. Also, devotee, unfortunately, he's having problems chanting japa here. A little bit more of passion. And here's ignorance again there. The couch potato is he's lying down and watching TV. They do have these big screens now, really big, so some people have them. Happiness in the modes. Here we have the devotee. He's so happy, worshiping the deity. No karma, no gyan, no TV, no cinema. He's just very happy. Mode of goodness, passion. He's enjoying, but then they have fights. Ignorance is bliss over here. They're sleeping. This is happiness in the mode of ignorance. Yeah. They're dreaming. but nothing's in the dream there. You're just kind of, in darkness. I'm going to read, determination. I'm going to read about determination in the modes. That's verse 33. Let's see. Whoops. I gotta find it. Hold on. Can't turn the page. There. No. Verse 33. Unbreakable determination, sustained with steadfastness, controlling mind, life, and senses, is in the mode of goodness. So that's good. Happiness in the modes is always 36. Mode of goodness pleasure seems like poison, purification, but ultimately one tastes nectar of self-realization. So that's happiness in here, a happy devotee. At first it's a little bit difficult to give up all these things here. He's struggling, but after it becomes like nectar. And he's dancing in front of the deities, happy devotee. Okay, so worshiping Krishna through work. This is in later verses of chapter 18. So Varnashram, wait a minute, where are we? Part 4, sorry. All the ashrams, they have their duties. They have their duties. And if they do it for Krishna, then it's transcendental. And that's what Prabhupada, he got us in the beginning, just to work for Krishna. Do whatever you can, but do it for Krishna. I was a typist. I was typing. The first thing I typed was Krishna book, Dvidita Gorilla. That was a very interesting story for me to type. I couldn't figure out what it was about, really, but I was just typing it. And then worshiping Krishna. Let's see, what's next? Through Jnana Yoga, that's over here. Of course, bhakti is the way. That's the essence. And if you're a fortunate jnani, you will become a devotee. Do devotional service. And here all the 4 varnas are worshiping the deities. So now, I'm going to read some verses from this section about devotional service. One who has gained Brahman realization is free from desires and lamentation. Seeing equally all beings, he gains pure devotional service, real liberation. Only by devotional service can we, the Supreme Lord, understand. Being fully in love with Krishna, we can enter Goloka, his spiritual land. Oh, there we go. All right. So, okay, wait. That's worshiping Krishna. Through Gyan, you become a devotee, hopefully. If you meet a devotee, that is. Now the next part of chapter 18 is surrender to Krishna. Yes. Krishna is saying, if you don't fight, that'll be sinful. You'll be under the modes if you don't fight. You have to fight. And here's the super soul. This is our body, and the super soul is the chariot driver of our body. We're just like, the body's like a machine, and the super soul is actually driving us. That's verse 61. And verse 66, over here, yeah. And all these dharmas you should give up, jnana, karma, ashtanga, this should be given up. And surrender. So I'll read that verse. Give up all kinds of religion and surrender unto me. I'll free you from your sins, from all fear. Now be free. Okay, essence of Bhagavad-gita. And the end of chapter 18, Arjuna agrees to fight. And here we have the verse, if you teach the devotees, if you preach to devotees, you will be free from your bonds and you will go to me. Yes, so Krishna loves devotees preaching over here. Now Arjuna is going to, this is actually that verse. Arjuna is accepting now, yes, I will fight. Here he is, yes, I'm ready. I'm ready to fight. And I'll read verse 68 over here. For one who explains the secret to the gentle devotees, devotional service is guaranteed, he would surely come to me. So, we should do that. We should preach, and we will go to Krishna. And if you worship Krishna with your intelligence, then that is, you will also get the same benefit. When you study Bhagavad-gita, you're worshiping Krishna with your intelligence, and the conclusion is that Arjuna will be successful in the battle, and he will win the fight. So I'll stop here. If you have any questions, you can ask at this point. And if anyone wants a book, I have one left. Do we have any more books left?
Probably whose book you have?
Yeah, if you want the book, it's $15 if you want to keep it.
No, I think it's already purchased.
Oh, he already purchased.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have one left, so then if anybody wants, you can have it.
No, it's already purchased. I thought I probably do it.
Huh? You? Yeah, okay, for you. Oh, careful. You're very enthusiastic. Here you go. There's the last copy. Pardon me? Oh, sure. How are you going to do that? On a timer. All right, here you go. Hello. Hare Krishna. Any questions?
I have a question.
Okay.
We have a
Didn't work?
photo.
Okay. Okay. Hare Krishna. Your question is on course. Hare Krishna. Thank you. All right. Yeah, so we have a question.
Well, there's something I'm still confused about, and you had it here on one of the slides that 4 varnas,
Oh, for Varna.
and any varna could be devotee.
Yeah.
And at the same time, like we were going through some verses in Srimad Bhagavatam, and Srila Prabhupada was saying in his purport that it doesn't matter in which cart of the train you are in, first class, third class, you still can get to the destination.
That's right, yeah.
But at the same time, he was saying that, right, like Shudras, they consider to be in a mode of ignorance. So I'm not quite understanding what kind of mode of ignorance being talked about, because if we are performing devotional service, we cannot really be in a mode of ignorance.
Well, they're not. Once they become devotees, then they're out of ignorance. But before they become devotees, yeah, they're in ignorance. The Shudras are like those who must work for others. Just like I have one example. My son has a business. And in his business, he just has the workers. They work on their own, and according to, and if they just have a project, and the sooner they finish, then the more money they make, because then they can go to the next project. But there was one of his workers who couldn't do that. He just needed somebody to be on top of him 9 to 5. So he couldn't do that work. He had to have somebody tell him what to do and the time to do it, and now he's happy with a 9 to 5. Well, it's actually 7 to 4 or something. Job. So the Shudras can't do anything like independently. They must have a boss. They must have a salary. And my son is a Vaishya, and 9 to 5 he never liked it, and now he made his own business, and he's successful, because he just thinks of money. You know, I mean. He told me, Mom, it's very simple. You just move it from one side to the other. I said, okay. Anyway, he's very successful, and within 3 years, he made so much. And and there's a story about, Srila Prabhupada tells a story that there was one Vaishya, son of a Vaishya, and he lost all his money, and it was in India. And it was during the time when there was a plague. So he went to borrow money from another Vaishya. And the Vaishya said, you don't need to borrow money. There's money on the street. Because at that time, if you would take a dead rat, you would get money if you gave it to the city. They would pay you for it. So he started his business that way. And he became a very rich goldsmith, actually, that person. And it's true, Vaishyas, they don't need a boss. They find money everywhere, and that's how my son is. Yeah, he's always thinking, that's how he's thinking, you know, and he sees, he had somebody working for him. He said, oh yeah, you could do this, you could cook. He's a good cook. You could just cook for people and make so much money. But, you know, that person is not he's a Shudra, so he needs somebody to, he couldn't do that, you know. So, yeah, and then the Kshatriya, he's a fighter. Justice, also justice. And the Brahmanas, you know, they just want to study and help people. And yeah. And so all of them can be devotees. The Shudras have good qualities that they're service-oriented. They like to serve. And that's perfect for being a devotee. If you like to serve, okay, there's plenty of service everywhere. And so once you become a devotee, then you're not under the laws of nature anymore. Before that, yes, it's okay. This is a women less intelligent, there's that. Become a devotee, you're out of that. You're not stupid anymore. Yeah, the most intelligent people, they chant Hare Krishna. It's said in Bhagavatam. They perform Sankirtan Yoga. Intelligent people do. So that means, although in Kali Yuga everyone is Shudra, everyone is born Shudra, everyone is less intelligent, but if you perform Harinam Sankirtan, that's only intelligent people. So you must be intelligent when you become a devotee. It all changes. That's the verse we read yesterday, 9:29. Super soul is in everyone's heart, but for the devotee, so he just gives what you deserve and you desire. But a devotee, he's a friend. He's no longer just giving this and that. He's giving what you need to progress spiritual life. Okay, any other? You have more? Okay.
Hare Krishna. In one of the chapters, one of the verses where Krishna is mentioning all the items of knowledge, and it starts with humility and pridelessness.
Yeah.
So if you could please elaborate how humility and pridelessness are the first two items of knowledge. And
Yes.
Yeah.
Because the reason why humility and pridelessness are the first is because if you're proud, you can't learn anything. You know it already. So in order to get knowledge, it means, well, I must learn from somebody how to do this. And if you're proud, no, I don't need a teacher. I'm expert myself. You know, I don't need a guru. I don't need a teacher. I can do it myself. I don't need any help. So if you're proud, then you can't learn anything. So you got to start with humility. Oh yeah, okay, somebody knows more than I do, and I want to go and learn from them. I want to go and learn from them. And so that's why it's first. Without that, you can't get any knowledge. Okay, any other questions? Okay.
I think chapter 12 or 13, in one of the, towards the end of the chapter, you were saying, this is the way to get to Krishna. Either chapter 12, 13 or 14.
I think all the chapters tell you that.
So I missed that part, if you can tell me. What is
yeah.
the way to get to Krishna?
Yeah, I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, all the chapters tell you how to get to Krishna. I can't remember which one.
Okay.
Okay, any other? You have another question?
I have another question. So in the modes of material nature, the example for mode of goodness was that person sees a spirit soul in everyone. But I thought that was more like a transcendental level, or it's still in the mode of goodness.
No, it's still, because it's Brahman realization, so it's the first step, but it's not, real transcendental means, so that's mukti. That's mukti, Brahman realization. But devotional service is vimukti, which means eternal liberation, that I'm a servant of Krishna. So that's a higher level than Brahman. Yeah, Brahman is, it's not, sometimes even Prabhupada says these Gyanis, they have to come back here again. Because they go to Brahman, but they're not happy there. And then they have to come back. So it's not a permanent situation, actually. Any other questions? Yes.
Some of the illustrations are fascinating. I was wondering, did you help develop the idea?
Every single verse.
Oh, you did. Okay, so it wasn't left to the artist to...
No, not at all. What I did, well, once the artist got, she's also very intelligent, so I would let her do pictures, and then I would say yes or no, or then I would give my own. But basically, we had to discuss every single verse.
That's really a
And
project.
some I did change. I changed a lot, actually. One time there was a verse about, I think the material nature and Krishna. And she wanted the material nature to give something to Vishnu. I said, no, he doesn't deal with material nature at all. She has to be separate, and she can't be serving Vishnu or connected with Vishnu. There's many examples. Yeah. Every single, in Bhagavatam too, now we've got all the way up through 10th Canto, Part 3, every single verse. And I lost that artist, she's lost in Ukraine. I got a second artist, so again, the rest of the 10th Canto, whole 11th, whole 12th, we discussed every verse last year.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I don't leave it to the artist.
So you did Bhagavatam with every verse?
Yes. I mean, it's not printed yet. I sold it to MBT, and it's printed up to 10th Canto Part 3, which is available in India. Divya Books Vrindavan and Bombay BBT. So those are available. Oh yeah, we have the whole Bhagavatam here also. That's all 12 cantos. You have that? Okay. Yeah, if anybody wants this one. And we have the whole 12 cantos here. Picture, not every verse, but every chapter. Yeah, so you want it? Oh no, she wants to ask a question. Yeah.
So I would like to know...
Put it closer.
Sorry. I would like to know how you can still be focused. Because the moment you start thinking, so many thoughts come into your mind. And what would your advice be to keep oneself focused so that nothing around us impacts in a way that we get lost and we lose our perspective. So that's the hard thing. I'm really trying hard.
Well, according to His Holiness Sachinandan Swami, the cell phone is a weapon of distraction. So the problem is, so we have weapons of destruction, we have a weapon of distraction.
True.
And so before you touch your cell phone, you should finish all your rounds before you go on social media. And every time you touch your cell phone, before you touch it, you chant one round. And that will help.
Yeah, I mean, even if you close your eyes and you want to be focused, the mind wanders.
No, you have to chant.
So how do you practice yourself to bring it back to where
Well,
you
we
want
do
to focus?
chant. When you close your eyes, do you chant Hare Krishna at the same time?
Yes.
Oh, that's good.
Yes.
That helps.
Yes.
So you do have to pray also. You pray to the Krishna in the holy name. Please, I want to serve you. I want to love you. Please help me.
Yeah.
Pray for help.
Yeah, he's the only one I ask for everything. So
Yeah.
yes.
You have to pray for help.
Thank you.
Alone it's difficult.
Thank you.
Okay, there, back again. Back. Oh, you have a question?
Yeah, just a quick one. If I bring my purple pen from the car, would you sign the book after?
Speak softly. I couldn't get it.
Oh, I said, if I bring my purple pen from the car, will you sign
Oh, sure.
after?
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, now in the back.
Hare Krishna. I don't know if maybe I didn't hear properly. In one of the slides, there was you were explaining activities in the mode of goodness, and there was devotee distributing books. You said those activities in the mode of goodness, which I thought
it's more transcendental actually. It's goodness and transcendental overlap a lot, especially if you're a devotee. And so so we decided, okay, let's show something that's really very good, very much in the mode of goodness.
Thank you.
And hopefully devotees in the mode of goodness when they distribute books, but I would say so.
Transcendental?
It can be. Actually, it's if you want to know the difference, it's described more vividly in Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 29. It's in the chapter, is that the chapter we did today, isn't it? Chapter 29, right in the beginning, verses 7, 8, and 9. It describes devotional service in the modes of nature. I don't know if you remember, if you come to Bhagavatam class. But so in the mode of ignorance, your separatism can be violent. You can fight with devotees. Passion, you want money, you want fame, and you're separatist also, and that's happening. I see it. And I won't mention any details, but it's happening. If you don't do what we want, then we will start our own ISKCON. And mode of passion. Mode of goodness is when you work according to your varna and ashram and give the results to Krishna. That's mode of goodness. And transcendental is when you hear the holy name, you start running. You're so attracted to chanting, to doing devotional service. So it's more like ruchi, more like having taste. And so you can read those verses. I mean, 7 through 9 is modes, and after that it's transcendental, about four verses. The beginning of 3rd Canto, chapter 29, which is actually the chapter we're on here. And so you just have to go back to the beginning there, and you will get enlightened about that. Any other questions? Yes? Okay, go ahead.
I'm having a lot of issues with someone that I care for, their
You're
family.
having a lot of issues with someone?
Well, somebody I'm caring for, their family.
Someone you're caring for.
Their family members. I'm having a lot of issues with them. What is a good way to create a more harmonious situation and one that is beneficial to me?
Well, one thing we do is we give them prasadam because they don't have to agree with you. I mean, you make some nice, for their birthday, make a cake or, try to feed them somehow, spiritual food, because it changes your consciousness. It makes you more peaceful and all that. That's one thing you can do. That's our secret weapon, that we give prasadam to people. You can maybe play some music, more like singing, bhajans and things. When you go there, you say, "Oh, I brought some nice music for you. I hope you like it," whatever. And so you have to kind of work more, not directly, but more indirectly first. And then when they get more pacified, then you can do more direct things. But first you have to get them a little purified.
When I play bhajans, lots of times they just get angry. Like they don't like the energetic field from the consciousness of the bhajans.
Yeah, okay, then prasadam.
And then the prasadam, they don't eat sweets. So
well, then you have to get some salty, that's all. Peanuts.
Peanuts. Okay.
Dried fruit.
That's still sweet, even dried fruit. Like this person is so complicated.
Go for nuts and whatever.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah. Okay. Anybody else have a question? All right. So let's stop here. It's almost 8 o'clock. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna.
Oh yeah, and just reminder again, there's one copy of Srimad Bhagavatam, the same concept as Bhagavad-gita. If anyone's interested, let me know.
What?
Did you give that book to her for free?
No. She has to pay. Did she pay me? I don't remember. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namah Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Nami Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Namaste Narasimhaya. Prahlada Lada Dayine. Hiranyakashipurvakshaha. Shrilatanka Nakhadaye. Ito Nrsimha Parato Nrsimha. Yato Yato Yami Tato Nrsimha. Bahi Nrsimha Hridaye Nrsimha. Narasinghamadem Sharanam Prapade. Tavakara Kamadavare Nakham Adbhuta Singham Dalita Hiranyakashipur Tanabhringa Keshavadhrita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare, Jaya Jagadisha Hare, Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Tavakara Kamadavare Nakham Adbhuta Singha Dalita Hiranyakashipur Tanabhringam Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare, Jaya Jagadisha Hare, Jaya Jagadisha Hare, Jaya Nrsimhadev, Jaya Nrsimhadev, Nrsimhadev, Jaya Nrsimhadev. Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj. Nitai Gaura Haribol, 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 Gaura Haribol. Nitai Gaura Haribol, 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 Gaura Haribol. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.